Hello! Today we're going to be doing a review and analysis of Ronnie Coleman's signature series, Amino plus EAAs. Is it any good? I've tried it, and I do have come to a conclusion with regards to this, as compared to other products I've tried out in the past. As you can see, this is one of the many containers. If you look on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you can see my own supply. It comes in different flavors. The flavor I have is sour apple. It's a powder. So if we open it up, you can see there's a powder inside it, and it comes with a scoop, much like other BCAAs. I thought that the taste was pretty good, but let's get into it now. So what are BCAAs and EAAs? Well, BCAA stands for branched chain amino acids, and EAA stands for essential amino acids. Basically, what amino acids are organic compounds composed of nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, along with a variable side chain group. So that's the chemical structure of it. Basically what this is, in my terms, in modern day simple man's English, is that BCAAs are broken down proteins, different parts of the protein that your body breaks it down into when you consume it, in order for your cells to be able to function properly and your body to have proper chemical reactions inside. Not all the amino acids that you consume or that are produced by your body are needed for survival, but in most cases that they do have useful functionality or enhanced functionality. Okay, so why would you use BCAAs? Number one, since it's already broken down and it has low calorie content compared to actual protein powders and foods, it'll allow you to preserve and build muscle mass while losing fat. Yes, you can actually build muscle, not as fast, but you will also be able to preserve the existing muscle that you have while doing hard cuts by consuming this. It's low in calories compared to protein and easier to absorb because not everyone has the same ability to break down proteins. Some people are able to metabolize certain chains, amino acids more easily than others. Another thing that's great about it is that since it's already broken down, it's quicker acting and it's absorbed a lot faster than proteins. And it's less heavy, so you can have it while working out without feeling nauseous. It tastes like water with flavor. So by consuming BCAAs in a lot of cases, it'll also allow you to recover from your workouts a lot faster than if you were to consume foods and stuff like that, which is great because it allows your muscles repair faster, so you can do exercise more frequently. So this product, Ronnie Coleman is basically the spokesman for this product series, Amino. He is a legend. He was a professional bodybuilder when he was active, 8-time Mr. Olympia in a row, as you can see his picture on the slide. The guy is a beast. Not only was he very muscular, but and proportional. This is later in his his career when his abs started to split, but before that, he was just like the perfect specimen of human muscularity. And not just that, he was one of those bodybuilders that didn't just look good, but also were able to lift a lot. As in, he'd lift massive weights for someone that was just sculpting his body. He stopped because he broke his back because he lifted improperly and more than his body was ready for. But in reality, he seems like a nice guy based on what I've seen from videos. I've never met him personally, and I have respect for him because accomplishing what he did is not easy. And the sacrifices he made in order to accomplish that. He was working as a cop while he was a bodybuilder, if I understand correctly. Okay, so what is its marketing? How do they market this product? From what I've seen, it's basically Ronnie Coleman who does the majority of this BCAA's marketing. BCAAs are nothing new. They've been around for quite some time, but they've gained popularity in recent years. The dude on Instagram has 3.7 million followers. So I suggest you check him out. Seems like an interesting fellow. So how much does this product cost? Currently, it's $19.99 USD. It comes in, on Amazon, you could buy it, and it comes in 3 different flavors on Amazon, but the one I have is sour apple, which is not on Amazon. It's $19.99. They actually lowered the price more recently, so I feel sort of ripped off because I paid more for it from the site. So Amazon seems to be, or they have a sale or something. Okay, so let's examine the ingredients, because whenever they market something, and this is totally objective, I'm not affiliated with Ronnie Coleman or the company that makes this, which is, let's find out. I don't know who manufactured it, but there's a company. I don't know affiliated with either of them. So here's the ingredient list: Thiamin HCI, Riboflavin, vitamin B12, Cyanobalamin, Choline Bitartrate. We're going to be going into more detail into what these individual ingredients do. Calcium silicate, magnesium phosphate, sodium citrate dihydrate, potassium phosphate, natural and artificial flavor, citric acid, malic acid, silica, sucralose, a bunch of chemicals. So those aren't very important. So they have BCAA ingredients. They use something called InstAminos, which is prepackaged leucine, Isoleucine, and Valine combined together. These are 3 amino acids. This already raises red flags for me because when you do use a third-party provider of amino acids, it means you might be cutting corners and you never know what they're doing. But let's continue. L-Threonine, L-Lysine HCl, L-Phenylalanine, L-Tryptophan, L-Histaidine HCl, L-Methionine. So those are the BCAAs. And the Intra-Training Performance Hydration Complexes. This will help you keep water weight. L-Taurine, Potassium Phosphate, vitamin B12, vitamin B1, vitamin B2. Usually those vitamins are used for fat burning and cleaning out your system of chemicals. And ingredients for Stim-free fat loss support: L-Alanine, L-Carnitine tartrate, CLA, and Choline Bitartrate. So they have a lot of ingredients, right? However, here on a side note, I'm going to stop right now and make a note that is useful information. More doesn't always mean better, because oftentimes with these ingredients that have certain purposes, they don't have synergistic effects always. Sometimes they actually cancel each other out or interfere with each other. So it's very important to find out how they work in tandem, because sometimes it might be pointless to add another ingredient that has a similar effect, because it'll actually reduce the effect of the other ingredient. So that's something we should make note of. Okay, so let's look at the ingredients that are in it. So Thiamin HCI, it's a water-soluble vitamin, a B vitamin, which is an essential vitamin used by your body in fat and protein metabolism or breakdown and buildup, which is basically the process of breaking down those things in addition to other things. So it has functionality outside of just fat and protein metabolism. It is found in foods like beef, liver, dried milk, nuts, oats. So in my opinion, with vitamins, it's better to get them from natural sources because they tend to absorb better and be utilized by your body better. And as I've repeatedly said in my past videos, there are things in foods that we need that science hasn't figured out yet. So by eating natural foods, it tends to satisfy that need by your body. So, but yep, this is in the BCAA complex, so it's not just branched chain amino acids. Riboflavin. So riboflavin is vitamin B2, and it's used in cell metabolism and growth. So this is more so for making your muscles grow, I'm assuming, and you could also get these from food sources that are listed on the slide. Everything here on all the ingredients can be obtained from food sources that are used in this BCAA complex. Cyanobalamin. Vitamin B12 is a nutrient that helps the body's nerves and blood cells stay healthy and helps make DNA and the genetic material in cells. So this helps with cell reproduction. And it's also found in foods like fish, meat, poultry, eggs, milk, and milk products. Next ingredient, choline bitartrate. Choline is an essential nutrient that is naturally present in some foods and available in dietary supplements. I also heard that this is essential nutrient that's used in child development. So this is not on the slide. So if you're pregnant and you have more choline, your kid has lasting effects later in life with having a higher on average IQ. I thought that was an interesting fact. So that's not relevant to people that are actually taking this BCAAs in bodybuilding, but it has effects on child development as well. In addition, choline is needed to produce acetylcholine, an important neurotransmitter for memory, mood, muscle control, and other brain and nervous system functions. So even later in life, by consuming this, it can enhance your mental capability. So I can see where they're going with this, because in the gym, it could also help you focus better and train harder if it works this way it's supposed to. Choline, I will talk about my personal experience later, but choline's efficient in the metabolism of fats has also been linked to a greater level of satiety, which in turn leads to decreased consumption of calories, resulting in overall weight loss. So that's great. So I can see where they're going with this in this complex, because it's aminotone. It's supposed to help you lean down, right? Okay, calcium silicate. Calcium is an essential mineral needed for bone growth and various bodily functions. So, yeah, I think that speaks for itself. It's a mineral, and it helps you, also aids in fat loss, according to certain studies done on the NCBI website, which is a renowned scientific website. So that seems pretty solid. Magnesium phosphate. Magnesium is an essential nutrient with many functions in the human body. It helps maintain energy and combat fatigue. It helps build and maintain bones and teeth. Without it, your muscles can't move the way they're supposed to. Your nerves won't send and receive messages. Magnesium also keeps your heart rhythm steady, blood sugar levels balanced, and your joint cartilage healthy. It's best found in fish, but also foods like legumes, pumpkin seeds, etc. Okay, so here's an interesting fact about magnesium. I found that magnesium was a game changer, not when taken as a vitamin, but when taken individually as an isolated pill before you go to sleep, especially if you have aches and pains. I found I would wake up much more refreshed and pain-free. But on a side note as well, the type of magnesium or what it's bound to is important as well, because that affects how well it's absorbed into your bloodstream and utilized by your body. So even though magnesium phosphate will provide magnesium, it doesn't necessarily mean that the phosphate that's bound to it will be easily absorbed or allow it to be utilized by your body. So the type of magnesium salt that it is important as well. I can't remember which type of magnesium I took because I don't really take vitamins and minerals anymore. Right, I prefer to get my food from sources because I found it's better for building muscle by getting my nutrients and stuff from natural sources. Sodium citrate dihydrate. Sodium salts of citric acids that are used as buffers and food preservatives. They are used medicinally as anticoagulants in stored blood and for urine alkalization and the prevention of kidney stones. So basically, this ingredient doesn't have any effect for fat loss or building muscle. It's basically a preservative, and it'll help you prevent kidney stones, so it keeps your kidneys healthy. So I see the purpose of that, so they're adding extra stuff, so it's nice that they're being considerate. Potassium phosphate. Phosphorus is contained in all body cells and is used for growth and repair of cells and tissues. It helps boost metabolism and energy. Potassium gives your body components necessarily to provide energy for physical activity by aiding in the metabolism boosting nutrients. It's used of metabolism boosting nutrients, including iron, magnesium, and calcium. So basically, it has a synergistic effect with other nutrients and helps them work better. That's what they're saying, according to studies. Plus, it also helps in the growth and repair of tissues. So this will help you also preserve muscle mass. Okay, and now to the amino acids. So let's look at this, because prior to this point, we were looking at just pure nutrients that are not amino acids. So this is the core of what the supplement is supposed to provide. So now InstAminos is a product provided by another company The packages leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Leucine is also suspected to be the only amino acid that can stimulate muscle growth. So there you go. This is something that'll actually help you grow your muscles, and it can also prevent the deterioration of muscle with age. So that's an interesting fact. L-Isoleucine is one of the essential amino acids that cannot be made by the body, and is known for its ability to help endurance and assist in the repair and rebuilding of muscle. This amino acid is important to bodybuilders as it helps boost energy and helps the body recover from training. Okay, so this is a recovery and energy amino acid, and also supposed to help endurance. So L-Valine is a branched-chain amino acid that has stimulant activity, and it promotes muscle growth and tissue repair. It is a precursor in the penicillin biopathways. So this will also, Valine seems to also help with your immune system, because penicillin produced by your body will help combat viruses and bacteria. L-Threonine, L-Lysine HCl, and L-Phenylalanine. Threonine is an amino acid that is used in the biosynthesis of proteins. Lysine is an amino acid, building block of protein. People use it to make medicine. Lysine is used for preventing and treating cold sores caused by the virus herpes simplex labialis. So if you have herpes, this is going to help you prevent cold sores. Phenylalanine is used for depression, attention deficit activity disorder, ADHD, Parkinson's disease, chronic pain, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, alcohol withdrawal symptoms, and a skin disease called vitiligo. Okay, so as you can see, these 3 amino acids were probably added because they help with the building of muscle. And since Ronnie Coleman was a bodybuilder, I could see why they have such a high focus on amino acids and compounds that will help you grow your muscles specifically. Next, L-Tryptophan, L-Histaidine HCl, and L-Methionine. L-Tryptophan is an essential amino acid that helps the body make proteins and certain brain signaling chemicals. Your body changes L-Tryptophan into a brain chemical called serotonin. Serotonin helps control your mood and sleep. Histidine is an amino acid. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein in our bodies. People use histidine as medicine. Histidine is used for rheumatoid arthritis, allergic diseases, ulcers, and anemia caused by kidney failure or kidney dialysis. Methionine is found in meat, fish, dairy products, and it plays an important role in many cell functions. Methionine is used to prevent liver damage and acetaminophen poisoning. It is also used for increasing the acidity of urine, treating liver disorders, and improving wound healing. So these 3 amino acids seem to either help with building muscle, as the other ones did, also help with mood. Histidine seems to help with reducing conditions that will cause inflammation, which actually might hurt your chances of growing your muscle. And it also seems to increase your ability to take other supplements in conjunction with this BCAA. So that might have been the purpose there. Methionine is another BCAA they seem to have added in order to prevent or increase your tolerance to other supplements. So I guess this wasn't meant to be used alone, or there are other things in this that the people that produced it were thinking could cause those conditions, so they added these in order to offset it. And that's pretty cool. It improves wound healing. Methionine. Okay, so I see why they added those. L-Taurine. Taurine is a herbal supplement that can be used for the treatment of congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, cystic fibrosis, and to prevent the buildup of plaque in arteries throughout the body. Okay, so this amino acid is there in order to seemingly allow you to consume more food, right? Because if you are a bodybuilder and you're getting really big, you're going to be more predisposed to high blood pressure, high cholesterol, cystic fibrosis, and plaques in your arteries, because that you needed to consume a lot of calories, and in order to build that muscle and maintain that muscle. So this is why it seems to have been added. So I could see they're thinking ahead with this BCAA and its compounds. L-Alanine, L-Carnitine, Tartrate, and CLA. So L-Alanine is a non-essential amino acid that occurs in high levels and is free state in plasma. It is produced from pyruvate by transamination. That's some chemist's term, and is involved in sugar and acid metabolism. It increases immunity and provides energy for muscle tissues, brain, and the central nervous system. L-Carnitine tartrate. This medication is used as a diet supplement to prevent, and treat low blood levels of carnitine. Carnitine is a substance made in the body from meat and dairy products. It helps use certain long-chain fatty acids for energy and to keep you in good health. And CLA is a naturally occurring fatty acid found in meats and dairy products. It is also a popular dietary supplement that is sold with claims of helping people lose fat, maintain weight loss, retain lean muscle mass, and control type 2 diabetes. So, the last two, L-Carnitine tartrate and CLA, seem to help with fat metabolism, which is the point of this BCAA, to help you get leaner, right? And L-Alanine seems to be helping with the breakdown of foods and metabolizing sugars and stuff for energy. Plus, it has the bonus effect of increasing immunity and keeping your muscles, brain, and central nervous system healthy. So here are the first two fat-burning supplements that we have found, other than L-Alanine, that seem to have been added in order to promote weight loss. Okay, Choline Bitartrate. So we also already talked about choline, I believe, but let's talk about it again. This might be a different definition. Choline plays an important role in controlling fat and cholesterol buildup in the body. It has even been suggested that choline helps the body burn fat. So that's fun food for thought. Okay, so now for my personal experience using this amino acid. I've used quite a lot of amino acids in the past. I've played around with them, and not all of them are created equally. In terms of Ronnie Coleman's Aminotone EAA, I found it was mediocre at best, oddly enough. I haven't been doing much weights lately. However, I've been doing predominantly body weight exercises, and with BCAAs, what usually happens is that if I consume some, right afterwards, by the end of the day, I'll feel fully recovered from a hard, intense workout with either weights or free body. But this amino acid complex didn't do that. So it didn't help with recovery. With regards to energy levels, even though they do have complexes or nutrients added to it in order to help energy as well as recovery, those two effects I didn't experience. I would consume it and I was working out and training like I usually would, and it was like I wasn't taking anything at all. So it's like I was working out with food. With the calorie count, a scoop of this is 25 calories, which is reasonable, so I can see how it could help you lose weight while maintaining muscle. Another side effect I found with this is that it helped me retain water weight. So I found that I was keeping in a lot of water, which I found was very odd with regards to this. So I've had better amino acids like this, and I didn't feel like this had a lot of the effects with regards to the other BCAAs I have taken. I'm assuming certain compounds in this are actually interfering with each other. So I wouldn't recommend this as your #1 choice. It might work differently if you're lifting heavy weights. I don't know. Plus, everyone's body is different, but there are certain supplements that tend to work on average better for everybody. And I feel like this didn't really help. I didn't notice any change on the scale either. But that's not the point, right? Because when you're bodybuilding, you're trying to gain mass and muscle. You want to change your body composition and lose fat. So maybe that's what was happening, but I didn't see anything. I didn't notice any noticeable strength increases or more muscle growth or anything of that sort. So yeah, so In review, it can be used to lower your calorie consumption if you're going to skip meals and take this instead. It doesn't seem to boost energy or recovery speed. It doesn't seem to help with fat loss or cause water, and it causes water retention. So even though they do have the compounds that are supposed to help with it, it doesn't seem to do that. It seems more tailored towards muscle building than performance, from the effects I felt from it. And I tend to be very sensitive to these things because I never used to really take supplements or drink coffee and stuff like that. Uh, it's not one of the better BCAA complexes, considering the price that I paid for it. I paid over $20 for it. I think it was like 26 or more. It does have a nice taste on a side note. So out of all the amino acids, I would give this a 5 out of 10. It wasn't terrible, but I could see why it's supposed to work because some of the ingredients in the past that I've taken independently, I have noticed a difference, like the vitamin B vitamins and stuff like that. But when it's mixed up like this, it doesn't seem to work. This supplement just doesn't seem to work. Even though one thing that did work about it is that I wasn't hungry. I felt it did help with controlling my hunger. So out of all the BCAAs I have tried, I found this was one of the least effective ones. So I wouldn't recommend this, but I suggest you still don't scratch it off your list. I think you should give it a try, and I feel like this company, which is this is a signature series, is it's I feel like I forgot what I was gonna say, but in each scoop there's 10 grams of EAAs, 14 grams of aminos, 5 grams of BCAAs, and it helps with hydration. So yeah, and it also affects your memory, as you can see right now. I took a scoop of this in the morning, and I'm not forgetting stuff. So yeah, there are better amino acids. Give it a try and see if it works for you. It didn't work for me, and all the reviews I'm reading online, it didn't work either. But I know the components that work not in combination if taken individually, like the VB vitamins, which help with which I have experienced fat loss or cleansing effects, and magnesium, as I said before. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that analysis of this compound. All respects to Ronnie Coleman. I hope this company ups his game because I notice a lot of bodybuilders just peddle supplements that aren't very effective based on their following in order to make a quick dime. But very rarely have I found people that are pushing a quality product, and this does not seem, even though the packaging is nice and everything, this doesn't feel like a quality product to me. So, yep. So, yeah. So that's my opinion. Feel free to comment if you know anything else about these ingredients and have a different opinion. I hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, from your lean physique. Goodbye.